In this sequence and series question that uses method of difference, okay, at the start the question says that it is given that this fraction can be broken up into these three. Okay, this question is very kind because usually the question will ask you to use partial fraction to break it up into three. So I'm going to show you how to use partial fraction to find the three constants at the top of these three fractions. Okay, so suppose that it's going to be a over n plus 1 plus b over n plus 2 plus c over n plus 3. We are going to use this thing called cover-up rule. Okay, I know that looking at the first bracket, I let n be equals to -1. So when I let n be equals to -1, I cannot use this. If I sub it in, right, it is going to give me an undefined answer. Okay, so I let n equals to -1 and I cover this n plus 1. So I substitute inside, I will get a equals to 1 minus -1 over -1 plus 2 and -1 plus 3. Okay, and then you are going to get 2 over 2, or there is going to be 1. So that's how I get my a. And you repeat the same. Next part, you let n be equals to -2, and then now you cover the green part. You do not cover the red part. So when I let n equals to -2, I cover the green part. I can immediately write that b is equals to 1 plus 2 over -2 plus 1, which is the first bracket. The second bracket we cover. The third bracket is -2 plus 3, and you are going to get equals to -3, and so on. That's how I get my three values. Okay, so I want to find Sn in terms of n where the sum of n is equals to this. Okay, so this is the part that you have to be careful. So there's 4r minus 4, that would be r equals to 1, 4 bracket r minus 1 over r plus 1, r plus 2, and r plus 3. Okay, so what you're going to do is you take out a -4 on the outside. Why do I do that? Is so that I can make my numerator become 1 minus r over r plus 1, r plus 2, r plus 3, and then I can have to relate back to the first part of the question where it's all in terms of n. So I can say that this guy is the same as my 3 fraction, 1 over r plus 1 minus 1 3 over r plus 2 plus 2 over r plus 3. Once I come to this 3 fraction, I know that it is method of differences. Usually method of differences, when you do the easy kind in your tutorial or the questions that you have seen, are made out of 2 terms, but in this case they are made out of 3 terms. So when it is made out of 3 terms, I want to tell you that this is a very usual case of 3 terms that you have to be able to spot. Okay, when I do my method of differences for this, I will always list out the terms. Okay, minus 4, the first term means I sub r equals to 1 into all my 3 fractions over here. I will have 1 over 2 minus 3 over 3 plus 2 over 4. Okay, even though this whole thing comes up to 0, I do not say that they are equals to 0. Don't be naive and then think that, oh, it is going to be 0. So no, I'm not going to do that. Okay, plus now I put in, so I'm going to write here r equals to 1. I'm going to write r equals to 2. I'm going to sub r equals to 2 into my equation, into my 3 fractions over here, the one that is in yellow. Okay, that would be 1 over 3 minus 3 over 4 plus 2 over 5. Bracket it up, sub in r equals to 2. One more, sub in r equals to 3 because I cannot see any obvious cancelling. Plus 1 over, now I sub in r equals to 3. 1 over 4 minus 3 over 5 plus 2 over 6. Okay, now we have to look for diagonals that can cancel. Usually when you have 3 terms, the diagonals are spread across 3 terms. 2 over 4 minus 3 over 4 plus 1 over 4, and you realize that this is going to be 0. So the cancellation is going to get in this way. Okay, in this way. And as a good habit, I will always write the last 2 terms. 1 over, so the second last term is when r equals to n minus 1. N minus 1 plus 1 minus 3 over n minus 1 plus 2 plus 2 over n minus 1 plus 3. Okay, so that's the second last term, as well as the last term plus 1 over n plus 1 minus 3 over n plus 2 plus 2 over n plus 3, and I keep the last one. I do my cancellation. If there are 3 terms that is going to be in this triangle like this way, there will be the other 3 terms that is going to be kept in the other side, because the cancellation will just go through this way and this way, and therefore your final answer is negative 4. The first 3 terms are half minus 1 whole plus 1/3, and the last 3 terms are plus 2 over n plus 2 minus 3 over n plus 2 plus 2 over n plus 3, and all you need to do is now just to simplify them, and you are going to get your answer. Negative 4, I'm going to have 1/3 minus half, negative 1 over 6. This will become negative 1 over n plus 2 plus 2 over n plus 3, and your final answer will be 2/3 plus 4 over n plus 2 minus 8 over n plus 3, and this is how you do a method of differences. Okay, when there are 3 terms and the cancellation, you keep the top left corner as well as the top right corner. There will be some cases where you need to cancel the other direction, but the concept is still the same.